Hey Han, I'm Chloe and this is the side sit tutorial. My mission is to share my passion for pole dancing and make pole dancing easy to learn and accessible. This is the 19th video of the beginner pole trick tutorial series. In order to maximize your training out of all the videos, I highly recommend you to start from the very first video of this playlist, as the tricks will be a progression of the video before. The side sit is a really exciting pole trick to learn. We are going to try 2 different hand variations today. This video is mirrored for your ease of learning. I'll also have a red wristband on my right wrist and my right ankle to indicate the right side of my body if you do get confused of the directions. This trick tutorial is created for you for informational and educational purposes only, and for you to enjoy learning pole dancing from the comfort of your own home. Please participate at your own risk and don't work beyond your capability, and seek help or spotting when necessary. For any health concerns, please make sure to seek professional medical advice. Please also make sure you warm up your body before you start this video. I have a warm-up playlist depending on your level under the playlist warm up, so that you can try before you try the trick. If you enjoy this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know to create more of these kinds of videos, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet so that you are notified every single week I upload a video. If you're looking to further your pole journey and combining tricks and dance together, then consider signing up for my online learning platform, Pole Art Vault, where we put all the tricks together into a combo and learning an entire routine with combos and dance together. You can find the link in the description below for further information. Alrighty, without further ado, let's go into our side sit tutorial. Radio, let us start with our conditioning. Now with our conditioning today, we are going to do a front hook variation. Now, if you have been following the beginner pole trick tutorial series, we've done our front hook in the very first video. So, we are going to do a front hook but a variation. So, you're going to stand on the left side of the pole onto your toes. Inside hand comes nice and high. Outside hand comes across your chest, creating that 90-degree angle with your outside arm. You're going to squeeze your armpit in. You're going to bring your inside leg forward, hooking into your knee pit. From here, make sure you squeeze your ankle towards your bum, push your pelvis forward, and then you're going to lift your outside leg off into your front hook variation. Well done. Now, this might even be a new trick for you. Maybe I should be creating like a new pole trick tutorial for this, but I mean, you've done your front hook, so I'm sure you're quite familiar with this. There's your little new trick as a conditioning then, on maybe at an addition for your new trick that you've learned. So we're going to try 3 more on each side, so 4 in total. Inside and up, outside and across, squeezing into your knee pit, taking that outside leg off. Nice. Good. 2 more. And last one. Beautiful. Well done. All right, onto your other side. Inside and up, outside and across. Make sure you rotate your shoulder back and down, pushing away with your outside hand. Inside knee comes onto the pole. Make sure you squeeze into your knee pit all the way, ankle all the way to your bum, pushing your pelvis forward, taking that outside leg off into your side. Beautiful. You got 3 more. And 2. And last one. Well done. That is your conditioning done. And I guess a little new trick for you as well. Rightio. Let's get into our side sit. Now with our side sit, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to do 2 different hand variations. So this is what your side sit in a split grip looks like. Now this is your elbow hook side sit looks like. Alrighty, let's break our side sit down. Now, with your first variation, you are going to come onto the left side of the pole, inside hand up, pulling that pole down to the floor. Outside hand comes across your chest, creating that 90-degree angle with your outside hand. Now, from here, you're going to hook your inside knee pit onto the pole. Now, when you're hooking your knee pit this time, instead of pushing your pelvis forward, you are actually bringing your knee as high as you can, and then instead of pushing your pelvis forward, you're going to sit your bum down. Now, from here, you're going to take your outside leg off. You're going to hook your outside knee right over your inside knee so that your knee is crossed on top of each other. Make sure that your knees are facing out at an angle. And then from there, if you feel like you can take your outside hand off, you can take your outside hand off. To come out, you're gonna unhook your outside leg down, and then inside leg down. Well done, beautiful. Let's try it on the other side. Coming onto your toes as always, inside hand nice and high, outside hand across the chest, squeezing your armpit in. You're going to hook your inside knee pit onto the pole, nice and tight, sitting your bum down. You're going to push your outside leg forward so that you can hook your outside knee pit right over your inside. Make sure that your knee's facing out. Turn your chest down. If you can take your hand off, you're going to take your hand off. To come out, grab the pole back, outside leg down, inside leg down. Well done. Let's try our second variation now. So this is gonna be a very new type of grip that you're going to be using, your elbow grip. Now, when you are doing your elbow grip, initially, what you wanna think about is getting your elbow, so standing a little further away from the pole this time, so not right next to it, standing a little further away. From here, you're going to hook your elbow onto the pole. Now, when you're hooking your elbow, make sure that you hook your elbow a little higher than your shoulder. Now, from there, you're going to turn your palm forward as you turn your palm towards you. Now, from here, once you turn your palm towards you, you're going to slowly and gently lock it down. And you're going to feel that extra grip on your elbow pit there. Now, from here, you're going to hook your inside knee pit nice and high. If you need to, you can grab your wrist or you can link your hands together for the extra security. So either or. I usually like to grab my inside wrist. I just feel comfortable that way. But if you want to hook your hands together, that's totally fine as well. Now from here, you're going to hook your outside knee pit right over your inside knee. So pushing yourself forward, bringing that knee on top, squeezing your knees together, sitting your bum down, and then there is your elbow hook. If you feel like you can take your hand off, you can take your hand off as well. To come out, stepping with the outside leg, inside leg, and coming down. Well done. All right, give your elbow a little bit of a rub if you need to. I know this one's a teeny bit painful, a teeny bit, but the more you do it, the better it will get in terms of pain tolerance. Let's try it on the other side. Onto your toes, hooking your inside knee pit onto the pole, elbow onto the pole. Again, if you want to grab your wrist, so outside hand onto your inside hand or outside hand onto your inside wrist, whichever you prefer. From here, you're going to push yourself forward, hooking your knee onto the inside knee. And then if you can take your outside hand off. If not, that's totally fine. Keep your hands on together. And then you're going to step out with your outside leg, inside leg. And there is your elbow hook side sit. Well done. Now, as I mentioned again, you can do this on spin or static. You can even spin forward and backward as well. So try giving it a different variation if you'd like to. You can go spinning backwards. So again, if you want to spin backwards, then all you need to do is instead of pushing yourself forward, you spin backwards and then hooking your knee onto the pole. And then there you go. There is your backward spinning side sit. So give it a try if you want to. There's so many different options in terms of spinning forward, backwards, elbow, split grip. So give it a go and let me know which one you like. Now, let's go into our tips and common mistakes. Now, our first common mistake is not sitting your bum down. Now, as I mentioned, the grip for your knee or your front hook is very different to your side sit. With your front hook, if you remember, our cue is to push our pelvis forward. This time, you're actually bringing your leg a little higher and then you're sitting your bum down. Now, when you're doing this one, remember to sit your bum down. So you really want to think about like sitting and making sure that your knees are facing away from the pole. So what I mean by that is, the difference is, so if my knee is facing up towards the pole, you're not gonna get much grip. Make sure that your knee is facing forward or even away from the pole. So not up towards the ceiling, but away. And that way you're going to get that extra grip on your knee. Speaking of grip, make sure that you have the back of your leg and also all the way up here exposed. Now, if you don't have your leg exposed, that's going to get sort of like, it's going to interfere with your grip on your leg, and make sure that you have grip aid on your legs. Now, the grip point for this one is going to be your knee, a bit of your upper calf, and also your lower part of your back of your thigh. So make sure you get all that grip all the way up here, obviously on both sides. And also, if you are doing your elbow grip version, you're going to need your elbow grip. So make sure you lather up some body grip on your elbow, and obviously, as always, wipe down the pole with towel, methylated spirit, and also making sure that you have hand grip as well. All the products I recommend are going to be in the description below. I am not a sponsor or I am not affiliated with any of the products. It is just for your own benefit so that you can grip onto the pole a little better. Now, next tip I want to mention is making sure that your hand positioning is in the right place. Now, as I always mention, with your inside hand, making sure that you can see your wrist, making sure that you're rotating your shoulder back and down so that you're not only engaging in your shoulder and not hanging in your shoulder, but you're also feeling all that squeeze in your lats, or AKA your wings. Outside hand should be coming across your chest if you're doing your split grip, making sure that you squeeze your armpit in. Now, if you're doing your elbow grip, then make sure that your elbow is a little higher than your shoulder. Now, if it's any lower than that, you are going to struggle to sort of pull away from the pole. So make sure that your elbow is a little higher than your shoulder. And I'm going to just reiterate that you should make sure that you pull your palm forward. You're gonna pull your palm towards you and locking it down. And that's gonna give you that extra grip onto your elbow. I know, it does hurt when you get that extra grip. But as we always say in pole, the more painful it is, you're doing the right thing. It sounds terrible. You shouldn't really use this mantra outside of work. Not work, but outside of pole, I should say. But there you have it. Now, if you feel like you're losing that grip on your elbow, then remember to link your hands together. You can either grab your wrist, your inside wrist, or even your outside wrist, whichever you prefer. Now, those were all the tips and tricks I wanted to go through. Now, a little mindset tip, more a nutrition tip for today. Now, when you are pole dancing, it is going to be very crucial to have enough protein intake so that you can rejuvenate your muscles and you have enough muscles to be able to do all your conditioning, your pole tricks, and all of that stuff. Now, I understand taking protein is very hard. I even find it very hard to take protein every day, and I love my carbs a lot. So I feel like deviating towards having a lot of carbs. But make sure that you're eating enough of protein. You can have meat, fish, beans. There's a lot of sources of protein, even if you're vegan. There's a lot of protein you could take from like quinoa, chickpeas, beans. So make sure that you're eating enough protein, okay? Thank you so much for joining us in the side sit tutorial. We hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you in the very next tutorial. Bye, friends! Do you want to say hi to friends? She says hi. In learning an entire baby, link in the description.